All right, welcome back to another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. I'm back for the first time in two episodes. That's nice, but Trevor's not here this week, so another week without the full trio.
I
But
think we're at like five in a row.
yeah, it's we'll get there one day. It's we're busy. Anyway, so we'll talk about Mackenzie Hughes and his win at the Sanderson Farms, the most elite tournament of the year, obviously. And we're headed to Vegas this week with the Shriners Children's Open. So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
This is the Pin High Podcast.
I think it's actually not called the Shriners Children's Open
I think it's
anymore. I
just the
think it's
Shriners
the Shriners Open, but it used to be.
No, I think it might still be the
As
Shriners.
soon as I said that, I was like,
I think it used to be like the Invitational, and now it's an Open.
but I think it was used to be Shriners Children, and now it's just Shriners.
I don't know. Goes both ways. Doesn't really make a difference.
Anyway, let's get inside the ropes. So we had Mackenzie Hughes and Sepp Straka battling it out down the stretch, and if I'm being completely honest, thought Sepp Straka was going to take that.
As did I.
After what we saw from him at the BMW, obviously he botched on that par three against Willie Z. But
Yeah.
it seems like he's not somebody who cracks under pressure, and I still wouldn't even say he cracked under pressure there. I think he just like messed up.
That was yeah. I mean, the first one was a ridiculous playoff against Will Zalatoris, and then this week was just like,
He just got
yeah, he got
out.
beat, kind of.
Yeah, he got beat. It wasn't really like his fault. Like he played a great week.
Yeah, I mean, like they get to the first playoff hole. They both hit it down the fairway, so you're like no blood there. They both hit like pretty similar shots into the green, and it's just like, okay. The only thing that like Straka had going for him is he played the 18th hole exactly the same way in the regulation round, 72nd hole. Like hit like almost the exact same drive, exact same approach, and just couldn't make the putt the second time. So
Yeah.
that was the only thing he had going for him there. But like Kenzie Hughes, his short game is like unreal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like that deep bunker he's in on the left, he short sided himself and put it to what, 3 feet?
Yeah, 2 feet. And like he was making every putt. I didn't see Mackenzie Hughes really miss a putt for the most
Yeah,
part.
and also two putting, not technically two putting, technically one putting, but putting from off the fringe,
Yeah.
from like had to have been like 100 feet away.
Yeah,
Like
and like even before that, like while the tournament was going on, like Mackenzie Hughes was just draining putts all over the
yeah,
place, which again, you run into a hot putter and they usually end up winning the tournament.
it's
So
interesting to see him get back in the winner's circle though. I feel like is that Mackenzie Hughes' first win since we started the Pin High podcast?
gonna have to fact check that one. I mean, Mackenzie Hughes has been a pretty
No, he's
solid
he's
player
been
for
like
a while.
at a contender in a major down through like
Yeah.
let's
So
call it
his
27,
last win
27
in
holes.
2016 at the RSM. So also
Yeah,
in a playoff. Big playoff guy.
yeah.
Get
Um,
Mackenzie Hughes gets in a playoff, he's gonna win. We should have known that.
and
We found that.
he's Scory Connor's boy.
Yes, Canadians.
No, but they're actually friends too.
Yes.
I was actually talking about Scory with my coworkers today because we were talking about Tom Kim, and then it led into a ricochet shot. Somebody took it Scory. I was like, that's not cool because he didn't play very well in the President's Cup, which I didn't get to talk about because I wasn't here for that episode. But
Well,
yeah,
they could have used Mackenzie Hughes in the President's Cup last week.
yeah, they probably could have.
I mean, hindsight, but what did he do? He finished T15 at a US Open, I think, or but actually, yeah, 2021 he had a really good
Yeah,
major year. T15 at the US Open, T6 at the Open in 2021. So like,
that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I remember. This year, not so much, but yeah, I mean, we'll see if Mackenzie Hughes all of a sudden becomes like a sick putter for like the foreseeable future. He
I
could
don't know
be
if
contending.
I don't know if like there's really a tournament though where you're like, oh, he has short game, he's gonna win. Like it's also not like the reason he won this week. It's because he was also,
Mixture of everything. Yeah.
you know. beat up on Jackson Country Club.
Really thought it was going to be Sam Burns week.
Yeah. Have you guys been talking about our pool on the pod?
Not a whole lot, but I mean, we could refresh. I think we talked about it like a little bit, but
Yeah,
like,
so basically, Rick runs good, like Rick Gaiman, I think is his name. He hosts this like it's the golf version of Survivor. He of a Survivor pool. He runs a OAD pool, one and done. Um, and yeah, we entered it, the three of us, and
yeah, you pick a guy, he's done.
for,
You can't use him
yeah,
again.
for 2 weeks, and the scoring system is how much money they won that week. So we had like a not Max Homa, sorry, Taylor Pendrith in the Fortinet. He did like all right. I think he finished like in the 30s. And then Sam Burns,
Sam
I think,
Burns.
just had a T29 or something like that. So like not a hot start from the boys, but like
Two cuts. Two
I
cuts
think we
made.
need to I think we need to get more sharp with it.
Yeah, back-to-back T30s for the boys.
Not a very good use on Sam Burns. It
No,
looked like it was
it
gonna be
felt like it was a good use, but I had the Ryder or not the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup hangover. That's what I was afraid
yeah.
of. Now, if we went with my pick, he would have gotten cut, so it would have been even worse. But yeah, I don't know. Like we do have to get a little bit sharp. Maybe we'll spend a lot of this episode talking about that since there's not a whole lot going on in the golf world at the
No,
moment.
there's not. And I will say though, this field is not terrible, and
Pretty top
people
heavy.
people do like to come to Vegas for this like stretch of events. I know the Zozo was in Vegas for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And so like they actually got some guys to come out for those two events. Like Justin Thomas, I think, won the Zozo when it was in, or did he won something at maybe the CJ Cup while it was in Vegas. I don't know.
You
There was
had
a bunch of stuff in
the
Vegas.
three
Yeah.
stretch at yeah, it
Yeah.
was yeah, that was actually kind of nice having a couple courses at or a couple tournaments at Vegas last
Yeah.
couple years. But
A highlight in the field, Cantlay. I'm pretty sure he hasn't finished like outside of T8 in the past couple years. He's played this event. Max Homa's playing in it. Shout out the MasterCard boy.
yes. Yeah, this is an interesting one. It used to be an invitational, now it's a like an open, so everybody's invited. Yeah,
TBC's
I
on Miller.
mean we're like kind of like in skins, aren't we?
Well, yeah, I mean it's
Just
a little bit
want to
of
get into
it's the fall
in the
swing,
skins.
man.
Yeah.
The fall swing, the episodes, they get a little off the rail.
They do get a little bit off the rail. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying to open up like the previous history ones, but it's
Oh,
not
so well,
going
Kevin
up.
Na won in what was that, 2020, and then last year it was pretty sure Cantlay won last year, right?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to pull this up. Usually my website, my go-to website that I go to for course history, golfstats.com, is not letting me in here.
Yeah, the guy
There we are. There we are.
the guy who left a review on our podcast that we just shoot stats from the hip. It's like, yeah, man, sorry, I'm not like a golf analyst.
Yeah, so Sanjay won last year.
Sung Jae won last year. My bad.
Yeah, Martin Laird the year before. See who else has won
Kevin
this
Na the
event.
year before that.
Yeah, I think so. He's obviously not on this list here because he's not in the field this week. But yeah, Pat Cantlay, he didn't play last year, but T8 slow second win at this golf course. Those are the only times he's played it. Not too bad.
Aaron Wise has really good course history here. I think he last year he finished like T8 or something like that.
See him in the field this week? I don't even see him
Yeah,
here.
he is. He's the
Oh yeah, T8,
favorite.
couple cuts, T15, T10. Yeah,
Crazy that Tom Kim is 22-1 to win this golf tournament.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a top heavy field. If we go through the field, Cantlay, Homa, and then you have Tom Kim, Cam Davis, Keith Mitchell. And some of our favorites, Mito Pereira's in the field this week. Ricky Fowler's teeing it up in Vegas. Gary Woodland.
Love it.
Um,
But Zayden how he had a really good week at Sanderson. I mean,
our
this
guy,
is kind of like a guy, like a course for guys that can get off the tee,
yeah, Garrett
similar to
Higgo's in the
last week.
field this week. It's one of the easier courses on the PGA Tour.
It's a course that I would, yeah, it is true. I think that winning score was like 23 under last year or something like that.
Yes,
No,
that was the year before, but yes.
year before.
Um, yeah, it does play relatively easy. It was 24 under last year and 23 the year
But
before, 23 the year before that, 21. So like, yeah, the course average is pretty low. Kind of weird. The last like, I guess Sunjay M doesn't really fit into that category, but a lot of the winners at this course have averaged under 300 yards driving, which is interesting to me.
really,
Not really something that I would look at, but just a little tidbit there.
that's interesting because when I was looking at the like the past winners and guys that have done well, it's guys that like, maybe they're not like absolute bombers, but it's guys who can hit the ball off the tee and like get tee to green like ball strikers.
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
is every course,
there's
but
three par fives on this golf course, and all three of them are reachable. So like you got to birdie all three of those holes at least, and maybe even come out with an eagle on one of them. So that's definitely something to look at.
there's gotta be some
Whether
value on Martin Laird since he's like so good here. He's
yeah,
110 to 1.
I mean, weather is a bit of a like you never know what you're gonna get in Vegas. If it's a little bit cooler, like it'll play a little bit tougher, but I think the weather's gonna look good this week. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put too much in the driving distance. I think this is more of a stroke gain approach course. Maybe looking at eagles gained because those three par fives are kind of big. I don't know.
Wanna know who is making their debut this week?
Who?
Patrick Welch, cross-handed golfer from
Oh,
Oklahoma.
yes, yes. I've seen that. That
Crazy.
looks interesting.
He's like 11 in the PGA Tour U standings, so he's making his debut this week. I don't know if
Kind of
I
love that.
get to do that.
Yeah, I always like I scroll down, I see Cam Champ like just so far down the odds now.
What is he?
I think he's like 150 to 1.
Dude, that's not bad value. He can win on tour. 100%.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Cameron Champ can 100% win on tour. He
Yeah,
can also
I mean,
go
maybe
out there
not
and
at
throw a
current
stinker,
pace.
but I'm looking for him right now. I can't find him.
How's my guy Siwoo done on this tournament?
It feels like a Siwoo
It does, doesn't it?
event,
He got
doesn't it?
cut last year, T8, T55, T15, T25. So not terrible. I mean, the cut last
Good.
year's bad, but that's not that bad, and it feels like a Siwoo tournament. I don't know why. But
Oh, we
it's
going with
not a,
Siwoo?
it's not
Oh
a
no, we got to save Siwoo for
Siwoo. Yeah, for like
the American Express.
any Pete Dye course, we gotta save Siwoo
Yeah,
for.
true.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I do like Cam Davis a lot. He
I feel like Cam Davis is like,
he was good at the President's Cup,
was he?
like somewhat good.
What do you think of Tom Hoagie?
Hmm. Haven't heard his name a lot recently. Let's look at the course history for Mr. Hoagie. T14, T24, cut, T7, T67, T67. Not
Those T67s were when he was like not as good as he is right now, though,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. T14, T24 in the last 2 years. That is interesting. Um, it's all about not wasting a pick. Um,
I don't know if Tom Hoagie's exactly like somebody where
no,
you're
yeah,
gonna
no,
be like,
that's
damn,
the
I
whole
wish
point.
I have him.
I mean, Aaron Wise is like playing about as good as he's ever played, like ever. And I feel like Aaron Wise is not a name that's going to pop up for a lot of other tournaments based on just like recent form.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like I'm not going to look up and down the leaderboard and be like, yes, Aaron Wise is who I want this week. Um,
you might though. He's pretty good.
He's been really good recently.
About Kyung-Hoon Lee?
I think I might be on Team Aaron Wise.
I mean, the only thing about Team Aaron Wise is I think like that's
A
not
lot of other
exactly
people are on Team Aaron Wise. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's like it's. I
21st
agree with
strokes
you.
gain approach,
Like
31st
he's
strokes gain off the tee.
18 to 1. He's the fourth favorite. Not that it matters what the value is, but like I just feel like a lot of people have him.
Wonder who leads the category of eagles gained uh in 2022.
I don't know.
Patrick Rogers was the leader. Sanjay M was in second.
I
We did
mean,
this last week where we ended up with the winner of last year. Didn't work out.
no, we
Not
can't.
great.
We can't do that. We can't do that. No,
I
there's
feel
no
like
way.
Sanjay is a good have for another tournament.
We have to get sharp with this one.
Let's look at
I
Aaron
I
Wise's
can't
course
look at
history.
I can't look at the person we picked, like the past two, to Pendrith and Burns, and just keep scrolling while like a million other people have
Yeah,
them.
I just I want Aaron Wise. Like if I was gonna pick somebody to win this tournament this week, I'm gonna pick him.
I
18 to
mean, that
1.
can be. You could still pick him, just like
I'm just saying, like he T8 last year, he has a T15 and a T10 at this golf course. He's playing on unreal golf right now. The strokes gain approach, strokes gain off the tee, Eagles gain kind of fits what we're looking for. Man, Aaron Wise finished top 100 in every major category last year.
Yeah, he had a really good year.
Yeah. Except for sand saves. Don't get in the sand if you're Aaron Wise.
Just doesn't feel right because he's going to be another one of those guys where I scroll up and down and
Yeah. Hmm. Like even like Amito Pereira is kind of down there.
What do you think of Chris Kirk?
Again, let's bring up the course history.
I mean, he's a guy that kind of has newfound success.
Yeah, he hasn't played this tournament in a while. 2018 was the last time he played T41. Um,
I mean, he is like I said, more newfound success on tour. So
yeah,
I don't know if I can really judge him on 2018.
I wonder what his just like recent performances are like. My
Sure, he
internet
did all right
moving.
last week at Sanderson.
Let's see here. T30 last week, T43 at the Fortinet. Ending
It's
the
not the
season last year, T61 cut, T17.
it's not the best form.
Yeah, he was 92nd strokes gain off the tee, 42nd strokes gain approach, which is not terrible, but not amazing. Um, I don't know. Let's keep going down the list.
You know who you know who okay, I'll say two things. One guy that finished well here, I think last year was Matthew Neesmith.
He's finished well here a couple of times. He's if you go, I'm on like my little board here on golfstats.com. He is like the fifth player on the list. T14, T8, T18. The only three times he's played.
So that is something to look at, but like weirdly, the person that hopped off the screen to me was Bo Hostler.
I don't think Bo Hostler's winning this tournament.
I do not know why, but he jumped off the screen to me.
I mean, decent
like,
course history: T34, T29, T23, T7.
Dude.
But like, what's Bo Hostler done lately? Wasn't he like fighting for his tour card last year?
Okay, Mackenzie Hughes wasn't in
fair,
best form.
Yeah, I don't know. Third in strokes gain approach. Oh, that's this year, I guess. But starting off the season, third in strokes gain approach in 4 rounds.
That's not bad.
5 gained. T25 at the Fortinet. So he's only played one tournament. But
yeah, I mean, he had a good week at the Fortinet.
Huh.
That's going to be a sharp pick this week.
175 strokes gain off the tee. 45th driving distance, but 136 driving accuracy. Guy just doesn't hit the fairway.
It was the Fortinet. That was his last year.
I'm actually looking at this year. Getting caught into his stats are terrible last year. Geez. 135th strokes gain off the tee, 190th strokes gain approach.
The third this year.
It's 190th, like almost dead last. The
No,
list goes up to 195. He was 190.
listen, you might be talking me out of it. All right, hand up. But like, it feels right.
Like it's so like Lucas Herbert was 194 strokes gain approach last year, but he was like one in putting. Isn't that just wild? Like
Okay,
if somebody else had Lucas Herbert's putting and like better strokes, like even top half strokes gain approach, he probably would have won a couple tournaments.
I don't want to keep, you know, making the listeners listen to us ponder over who to pick. But one more name that I want to throw out there
Okay.
before we kind of really lock down Ryan Palmer. Does it not feel Vegas? Just Vegas feels Ryan Palmer to me.
Course history cut T34, T37, T7, T16, cut T46. I do get the logic there of Ryan Palmer feels
Feels
Vegas.
like a Vegas guy.
Not great strokes gain approach last year. His best tournament last year was the AT&T Byron Nelson. Don't know if there's going to be a lot of like course fit there.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I don't know. This is tough.
It is really tough. I mean, you got to think the majority of the people are going to go with Cantlay, Im.
Yeah, because
Cam
Cantlay
Davis might sneak up.
Cantlay's such a lock to to finish well here.
Yeah, and like as I search on the internet, Cam Davis looks like the popular pick. For
Yeah, I don't like that.
you know, like Siwoo, but gotta save him.
See, woo, shaking that ass, shaking that ass, shaking that ass. Dude, I don't, this is tough. And this is
It,
not great, not great radio to just be pondering right now, but
it is not great radio. I'll throw out the JJ Spawn name. He's won a couple.
a couple no-name events.
Yes. T35 last year. He has a T15 and a T10. You know the guy could win on tour.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a very like flawed logic, but very accurate off the tee. Big accuracy guy.
I kind of like it. How's
Was
he putting?
pretty average last year, 81st in strokes gain
It's
putting.
not bad though.
He was, yeah, 0.1 strokes gained. Not terrible. What's his recent form looking like? T59 at the 4 net, so he didn't get cut. Might guy make it all the way to the Tour Championship? No, BMW. Still.
All right, you know what?
Yeah,
Let's
we'll stop
go,
pondering for a little bit, but
let's go
we'll
JJ
get back to
Spawn.
it. JJ Spalm, we're locking it in.
No,
No, I
no,
feel like we
we're
can't
not
lock it
locking
in.
anything in. But
For sake of the
let's do
podcast.
our own picks of not the pool and
Yeah, I
then
made my own pick. Aaron Wise is my guy.
okay. My own pick, you know what? My own pick, I'm gonna go Bezay now.
50-1.
Yeah, kind of feels right.
Yeah, does feel.
He had a good week last week. He's had a good President's Cup.
I don't think he had a good President's Cup, but
Did he not?
no, he like barely played. He played like 2 rounds in the President's Cup. But yeah, I like that pick.
Whatever. Anyway, so let's get in the clubhouse on that note.
Yes.
We'll stay to the game. We'll go with.
I went and played yesterday I went out 5 o'clock. Sun sets at like 6 or even later than 5 o'clock, like 5:30 almost. Sun sets at 6:30, so I had an hour. First like 3.5 holes, weather was like fine. There was impending rain. It was gonna come. Just kept hitting fairways and just kept making bogeys. So bogey, and then it just started
Like a
pouring.
miss the green, then get
Yeah,
up
kind of. Yeah.
and two putt.
Yes. pretty much. And then it started pouring out, and I just was like, I'm already out here. Might as well just keep going. Kept hitting fairways, kept making bogeys in the rain. So not necessarily the worst thing, but got
Yeah.
the new irons and hitting them like pretty well. So
I believe I haven't been on the podcast since we took our little golf.
yeah, I talked a little bit about it last week, but you should definitely chime in.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, there's not much to say. I am no longer good at the game of golf. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Um, when you realize that you live in the city and there's just no way to be good at golf.
Yeah, I've
But
been struggling with the good old driver. That's like my irons have been pretty solid recently. I just can't hit a driver, which bit of a
my
handicap.
irons have been pretty awful, actually.
You got the hook.
I got the hooks and I'm in they're better than they were. So there's that, but it's going to take some time to fully fix it.
Yeah, the boys just aren't scoring. I mean, I don't know
Boys are not
how else to
scoring.
say it. And when we were playing our match the other day, I mean, we were a little bit overmatched, but like when we were scoring, they just kept tying it with like long putt, like other Trevor, long putts. Just
Here's a story for you. My coworker was down in Myrtle Beach for the past uh like like last week during the hurricane on a boys trip with like 11 other friends playing golf. And he was straight up in the middle of the hurricane for a day. But then they still, I mean, I guess they still got a decent amount of golf in. Um, and his record in their like President's Cup, Ryder Cup thing between the 12 of them in like 9-hole matches, 0-7-1.
I feel like you gotta win at least one. Like,
He's a pretty good golfer too.
yeah, that's giving away too many strokes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently they were playing like alternate shot matches with like one good person and one
One.
like person who shoots like in the hundreds. And yeah, like that just sounds like hilarious. Like
Listen,
imagine
I shoot in the
Trevor,
100
Trevor playing
sometimes
with
too.
like I don't know, Welsh or
Somebody
something.
random. Yeah.
You know, for all I know, Welsh would beat me in a match right now because he plays a lot of golf and I don't.
I was watching a lot of putting videos last night. I have not felt like worse putting a golf ball. Like,
That's the one thing I can do right now.
yeah.
I can putt.
I think I just like I don't know. Maybe I unlocked something watching YouTube videos last night. Most likely I didn't, but we'll test it out next time I play, whenever that will be. I have Monday off, maybe Monday.
What
Um,
do you have Monday off for?
Columbus Day. Don't ask me why we got it off, but
There's no way I have Columbus Day off.
most people don't. Yeah, kind of surprising. But yeah, we'll see what the state of the game is next week when when we hop on this part of the segment.
I need to check if I have next Monday off. I don't believe so.
Kind of a game changer.
That would have been so nice.
I don't know why we have it off. We just do. We just get most of the holidays, I guess. Must be
Whatever.
nice. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for this week. What do we got next week? The Butterfield Bermuda, maybe?
Ooh, Bermuda, one of our favorites.
The the mouthwash championship?
The Corrales Punta Cana, you mean?
Oh no, that's
We
the
have the
Corrales.
Zozo next week.
Oh, Zozo. Yeah, they're going
That's
to
a weird one.
Japan.
Yeah. I don't know how much we're gonna follow that one.
Did we pick Hideki in that one just because he won last year and it's the I don't know.
Yeah, but he didn't even win in Japan.
Did he not?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure they were in Vegas.
last year? I thought they played at the Narashino
I don't know.
Club.
I feel like I don't know if they were actually out there last year, but
2021 Zozo Championship. I feel like they were.
you're right. They were last year. The year
Yeah.
before they were at Sherwood Country Club.
Yeah, yeah, in California.
Yeah, Pat Cantley won that one.
Right.
We'll get into it next week when we decide who we're gonna pick. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who's going over there, but yeah, we'll talk about it next week, and hopefully there's a little bit more golf to talk about. I know there's a live tournament this weekend, but
Yeah, live.
Bangkok and it's kind of relevant.
Yeah.
So, see you next week.